you had Turtles, and then you had Arnold movies. Amazing.
Arnold movies. In that age of about 10 to 15, every time you watched an Arnie movie, you're like, holy crap, I can't believe my parents are letting me watch this. Things are getting blown up everywhere. Terminator 2 Judgment Day is possibly the most iconic movie of my life.
Yeah, great movie.
I remember watching that and just going, oh.
Yeah, mate, great movie. What else has he got?
Give me your boots, your clothes, and your money.
But even his movies like Kindergarten Cop, that was a great movie.
Yeah.
You know, a no-brainer. Twins,
Cop.
there you go.
Twins. Yep, you got Predator.
Predator and Rocky IV are my top two movies. I can't split them. My favorite movies of all time.
You've also got the Conan franchise.
Never seen Conan.
Oh, good. My favorite Schwarzenegger movie, other than Terminator 2 Judgment Day, is Total Recall.
Yes.
2 weeks. Great movie. I remember watching that with my dad, and the woman opens up her top, and she has 3 breasts.
Yes.
And I was about 15, and my dad just gave me this sort of look, it's okay, son. It's okay. Oh my God. Where do you look?
Oh, Jesus Christ. No, mate, Arnold, what a legend. Thanks, Mick, for sending that in.
I would love to meet Arnold.
Oh, yeah. Up next, we've got Peter Fowler, and this one is another cracker. And this is probably my number one man crush, is The Rock. You know, it's he even said it's blurry, but it still counts. It absolutely does count. But I'd be filthy. This is my only chance to meet The Rock, and the photo came out blurry.
My thing with this is, even in the blurriness, how good does The Rock look? He looks so good. He's got his smile is actually still good through the blur of the photo.
Yeah, he's just a stunning specimen, The Rock.
And he's a sort of man. The Rock's the sort of man that if your wife said, "Hey, look, I spent the night with The Rock," you say, "It's okay, honey. I understand.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely." And just as good looking, up next we've got Richard James's meet and greet, and that is Chris's man crush, Mick Foley.
I've actually met Mick Foley.
Have you?
Didn't get a photo, but met him at his live show in Perth. It was very good, actually.
He's got to have the weirdest body shape of any human being I've ever seen.
Well, you haven't met me yet, have you?
only from the neck up.
Yes, this is how I like to keep it. This is the best part of me. Mick Foley, groundbreaking wrestler. Really, you hear him talk. And when he came here, he did the 20 years since the Hell in a Cell match sort of tour. And he talked about how he didn't realize that when he got chucked off the cell, that was the end of his career, because that would be the only thing he'd be remembered for. It didn't matter anything else he did. Everyone would always go back to that. And it was pretty amazing hearing some of his stories.
Yeah. It was a good, was it The Dark Side of the Ring, or was it the WWE Legends documentary that was recently released with him?
I don't think he did Dark Side yet.
So it must have been the other docos. It was really good. Really good to see.
Speaking of the Legends docos, I finally watched the Booker T one. That was amazing.
It was good, hey? Yeah, I really
enjoyed it. If you haven't watched the Booker T documentary on SBS Viceland On Demand, do yourself a favor. It is such a good insight into his life and his struggles, and it makes me want to watch old Harlem Heat matches. As soon as I was watching it, I was like, Harlem Heat. My 2 favorite WCW elites are the Harlem Heat elites. That's so good.
But even his relationship with his eldest son, the fact that he got out of prison and got his son back because his ex-girlfriend was on drugs, but now his son has kind of gone off the rails, but he's there to support him, and mate, it's warts and all. So it's a good doco. Good doco.
Wow.
Well, that wraps up meet and greet, guys. And thanks everyone for sending those in. Cracking segment. All right, up next we've got the Q&A, and it's a giveaway.
It's question time. It's question time. It's time to ask the boys a question. What's on your mind? Let us know and we will tell you the answer.
Mate, we are back and we have, if you want to show the picture now, Chris, of this month's giveaway, thanks to our major sponsors, Go Figure Collectibles. A Braun Strowman. Great figure. Like that's is that a jacket down the bottom?
Yeah, it looks like a jacket that comes in because they put all the soft goods into those little containers so that they don't stain the figures.
Yeah.
So it was one of the, who was it? Was it Edge or somebody had a black robe? Was it Ric Flair who had a black robe?
Rick Rude.
Rick Rude it was. Yeah, you're right. So people lost their shit about it. Now they're going to put that in. And good form on Jeff, still doing a free giveaway despite the fact his business is still in lockdown. Thank you, Jeff, from Go Figure. Hey, I'll ask you the first question. Let's see what you think about this one.
Go for it. Good luck, everyone.
What is the worst finish to a match? This is from Gianni Italiano. What's the worst finish to a match you have ever seen, and how could you have improved it?
I reckon for me, it would have been when Sergeant Slaughter beat Ultimate Warrior in WrestleMania. No, it wasn't in WrestleMania. It was Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble
with Macho's interference.
Oh, mate, the only way I would have changed it is that Warrior wouldn't have lost the belt. Simple as that. I thought that was terrible. And just for me as a kid, I remember feeling like, because Hogan had the belt for so long, and I thought, awesome, Warrior's going to have this for a long time too. So to lose it that way, I was devastated as a kid. So how would I improve it? I'd just say Warrior doesn't lose it. That's it.
That is the worst answer I've ever heard. Mine would be, for worst finishes, would have to be Montreal Screwjob. It's kind of the worst finish, but it's also a great finish because it's created so much discussion and debate about wrestling for the next 20, 30 years. But you just have the match finished properly. Have the match finished properly and then deal with it afterwards. Deal with the fallout. I don't think, who knows what would have happened had Brett taken the title of WCW. Next question is from Riley Emerson, and he says, you've got one figure to get a wrestling fan into collecting, and it could be from any line. What would you choose and why?
Look, for me, my default is always going to be Hasbro. I think I would show them because everyone knows who Hulk Hogan is. I would pick my Series 2 Hulk Hogan because it's my favorite. But to show them that, 30 years ago this was made, and the likeness and the craftsmanship that goes behind these figures is second to none. That's why I would show that.
For me, I would go on a different tact. I would say that the quality of figures now, the elites are so lifelike. And you know what I'd be choosing? If I was trying to get a non-wrestling fan in, I'd be going back to our bromance and getting The Rock. Getting one of The Rock's elites, because people can connect to that figure and think, that looks exactly like him. And now I want more that connects to that. You got to find the pop culture connection, I reckon, to get people into wrestling.
Yeah. But that's what Hulk Hogan.
WWE did so well. For so many years, they used to get people like Dennis Rodman, Cyndi Lauper, Liberace, your favorite, and they used to get them in so that would might bring in a few different fans from other areas. Next question is from Jacob Bennett. How much is he smashing it at the moment with his own business?
I don't know anything about that, so I'd love to learn more.
So Jacob is the guy behind World Wrestling Figures Australia, pretty sure it's Wrestling Figures Australia. He's just started his own business. He's been a really reliable seller for a long time, and I just bought my first figure from him, so it's on its way. Yeah. I'll give you some reviews of his shipping next time we talk. I'll say this is the level of packing I received. I wouldn't be that mean if it was not good, but I'm very excited. Actually, this is a funny thing about not Jacob, but the figure I bought. So I bought the Ric Flair Ultimate Edition and the Stone Cold Ultimate Edition from Ringside, had them shipped down here, got them, and then I went, you know what, Ric Flair, it's not for me. I'll just stick with the Stone Cold. And I sold the Ric Flair to Lucas Manita, right? Then we did the Ultimate Edition on the show with the New Zealand fellas over on Figure Frenzy.
Yep.
And they all started going, "Oh, Ric Flair, it's the best one. This is the best Ric Flair ever." And then I started to get a bit of FOMO, and I was like, "Oh, I need to get my Ric Flair back." I gave it to Lucas. Now what am I going to do? So then I went and bought one from Jacob because
I'll have to check it out.
I can't not have this. So he has asked, not sure if this has been asked before. Well, that's a question already, Jacob, but you've not used it up yet. If you could introduce one line into the AEW series and then one into the WWE series, what would it be in the vein of Legends, Decade of Domination, Spotlight, things like that?
So what? So what wrestlers we would add to the line?
So like a new line. So I would say with AEW, the smart thing there is to go Legends because they don't have a Legends line yet. So and it's hard because it's a new business, but they could look at Legends of other like they could do Impact Legends. You know,
you could go with AEW. With AEW, you could go Jake the Snake. He's over there. You go Dustin Rhodes
and Sting.
And Sting, yeah. So there you go. There's three.
There's definitely scope to do something.
Yeah. So, mate, look.
Do you know what I'd do for WWE? I'd do iconic matches. So rather than the showdown packs and the battle packs, have an iconic match where maybe make it, and I've sort of done this a little bit with the 2 packs, like the Triple H and the China and the Bret Hart and the, what was the one that came with Bret Hart? Goldberg. So looking at iconic matches and then having both figures crafted to be of that match and maybe having an accessory from that match and badging it as an iconic match and then selling those like that. So, you know, perfect example, and I know this is not what's going to work for current because these figures are coming out, but having Hulk Warrior WrestleMania 6, having the 2 belts, having both of them with those likenesses, or having Hulk and Slaughter from WrestleMania 7, or you could have, you know, just picking, it doesn't have to be the championship match.
Classic Superstars did something similar, but I've got a good one. I think I've got a good one here. I would go down the line of a rookie line. So a rookie of, you know, Hulk Hogan's first match, or, you know, John Cena's first match, what they were wearing in their actual first match. I think that's a great idea. Even if I do say so.
John Cena was that like skinny little kid, wasn't he? So that'd be a cool figure.
Shorts. Yeah. You borrowed your shorts for the night.
They wouldn't. My shorts wouldn't fit him, mate. That'd be like a dress on him. Lyle Moore asks, biggest figure-related regret. Did you overpay? Did you not buy something when you had the chance? I know what yours is going to be.
Yeah. What?
It's going to be the series. Was it Series 3 green card?
No, Series 4. But I'm going to go. I'm going to go different. I'm going to go. It's still a green card. So just quickly, the one I usually share is Series 4. I got offered a Series 4 British Bulldog green standard tag, Hasbro. Knocked it back because I just didn't think it was viable at the time. Got offered to me for $800 US, I think. And then I ended up buying that another version of it years later for, mate, at least 3 or 4 times as much. But I'm going to throw my good friend Brett Amos under the bus here. I wish I reached out to him a lot sooner to grab his Series 3 Earthquake green standard tag before he sold it. That's my big regret because it's the only piece of my Hasbro puzzle I need.
Well, I'm going to say biggest figure regret is probably selling all of my Mint on Card Hasbros, which was about 80 at the peak of the powers. About a year too early, because I thought I'm going to do a full set here at Mint on Card, and I bought them all, jumped into quite a lot of raffles, won quite a few, got them all out here, paid all the shipping, and then I got to a point I was like, I don't need 80 Mint on Card figures. I'm going to sell the ones I don't want, and I got it down to about 20. And then I had a whole bunch of them graded, and then I sold off a few that graded. I like the Macho 1. I still regret that Macho 1.